I am breaking my rule of no horror outside of October because someone who shall remain nameless told me to watch this movie because it's really, really good. And it better be. What year is it, roughly? Modern time?
Decorating was done. But with all the work we've done, we're naming this damn place. So...
What did you say about the place?
We gotta name this damn place.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought he said.
I had the most amazing dream.
He's watching it over and over?
The house was finally finished.
Kind of like call the electric company or something?
Oh, the lights are out?
Mm-hmm.
She can't walk. She's crippled.
She has yeah. I guess a lot of that stops her from doing regular stuff, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I will find the most colorful.
You ever do that as a kid?
No.
Because the big bad wolf
My mom would
wanted to
get mad.
play dress
Oh my
up.
God.
Big bad wolf
plays dress up?
Penguin doesn't like this.
I would make it with the sofa thing, the little fort.
The cushion?
Yeah, with the cushion.
Damn it.
Oh, look. They're showing that they got to take care of themselves because something's wrong with the mom.
Mm.
Oh. Oh, I've got to suck, man. That's when you need that lift. That's in there. Yeah. Like in Gremlins, remember?
Yeah.
Mom, are you serious?
Can we not, please? So you can't play your video games for a day. Oh my God. If you hadn't broken your phone, maybe you could have called them yourself.
They own that house, though, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
It's like in the middle of nowhere?
yeah, it's like a farmhouse.
Yeah, farmhouse. Sharing in your sadness, and okay. Don't tell me, but I know something bad happened. Oh, of course, she was watching that video. It must have been him. Something happened to him.
Mom,
Oh, the car accident?
there's a woman in the yard.
Oh, there you go.
Probably she just needs help. Maybe we should call the ambulance.
That's a good idea, Annie, baby.
Yeah, that is a really good
Oh,
idea.
and she's in crutches because she was in a car accident.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Hey, oh no, Annie, it's okay, it's okay. I know Mom hasn't really been Mom lately, okay? But I'm here, all right?
Well, he said, but I'm here?
Can I help you?
Wow.
How about I look after you, and you look after Penguin here, okay?
That's a real big brother right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it.
Did I get here?
I don't know. Gonna ask you the same thing.
Did it talk? Wow.
Are you hurt?
I didn't think it was going to talk.
What's your name?
I don't like that they digitized
husband.
her voice. But she just kept it a normal
Father, there's
voice.
a fixer
Creepy, but
in her.
normal.
Why?
Looks like
Yeah.
you still got a lot to fix.
It throws me off a little bit.
Your husband's not coming home.
Excuse me?
Your injured leg. That busted up truck over there. Guess you were lucky.
I knew
He
it.
was not.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Today's the day.
Oh, she killed the animal?
Mm-hmm.
Where's she going?
He's moving fast.
Yeah.
He's gonna go get a gun, right? Oh, no electricity. That's right.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the car work? Could I
It's a
say?
battery day.
Oh, the battery. That's an old trope, but I'll let it go.
What?
That's an old trope, but I'll let it go.
It's an old trope.
Movie trope?
What?
The movie jargon. I mean, in an old horror movie, they do that a lot, where the car won't start. But usually when they're running away, though. But it's a little different. Does she think she knows who she is?
No, she made all that up.
Yes.
She really doesn't know who she is at all, right?
No. Didn't you tell? Didn't she say? Didn't you? She show her hands and.
I know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, so she's lying to them because she doesn't
yeah,
want
she's
them to
lying
get
to him.
scared.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, go to your room.
No!
That's his room?
No.
How come they don't show what he feels like? I mean, he lost his dad too.
Because he's trying to be the man of the house.
It's her leg?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
About
right?
today, Mommy. Not
But I
even
think
to
she
go
still
to
has
the
her stitches.
bathroom.
No.
See? It's the stitches.
Oh, she's stitching up herself?
No. She's taking them out.
Why?
Like she's pulling on them.
Why's she doing that?
I don't know. See?
Oh, hell no. It's not even healed yet. It looks so real. That looks real. You know what she looks like? The baby mama from My Baby Boy. Oh, the dog. My God. Somebody's buried. Dale, my ass. It's buried, huh? Wow. I wish I could make a movie. I really like the premise so far. I would have made them Jamaican in a village in Jamaica, farm town somewhere in Jamaica, like very rural Jamaica.
What's wrong, Annie?
Would have made it like that
Get that
better.
backwards again.
Because Jamaicans, they have the voodoo, they have all that spiritualism thing going on. It would work better.
Why don't we just drive to a neighbor's house? So that way we can use their phone and we can call the old folks home and we can get Mrs. Weirdo funeral lady out of our yard even faster.
Yeah.
See,
Why don't they do
I'm a
that?
genius.
I can't drive like this. You know that.
Yeah. But I can.
So far, he's the smartest one.
She keeps
Fine,
finding
I'll
a
just
problem
walk.
for every
There's
solution.
That one farm,
Finding a problem for the
what's it
solution.
called?
Are you serious?
Aurora?
Yeah.
Aurora Acres?
He keeps coming up with solutions.
It's only a
And she
couple
keeps
miles
finding a
away.
problem
I'll
with
walk
every
there.
Like him, like not
Ask
him,
them
her,
if they
yeah.
can use it.
She's probably afraid to drive, especially letting him drive.
Yeah, well, she's afraid of him to drive. Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, what did you just say?
Nothing.
No, I heard it. You said.
I said you were acting like one of those. Not that you were one.
That's what he called her.
What do you call him?
Garbage.
A bitch? Stop playing. He didn't call her that.
He did. Why did she say, what'd you call me?
Swear to God.
Yeah.
I don't like him no more. Yeah, that's the millennial pregnancy right there. I'm saying.
Calm down.
Old school mom would have thrown some shit at him right there. Was she gonna stab him? My God. I would get annoying with that shit, man. There you go.
Things gonna be okay.
Oh. Oh, she's tripping now.
Can you have the popcorn? You said it's old?
Pretty old. Well, tasting. See what it tastes like.
Let me write a note to my kids in case I die of food poisoning. It's already a month old.
No, it's not. Is she moving or she's staying in the same place? Oh my God. I swear to God, I'm gonna. So it can move, it can walk.
You see how she lifted it?
To show him?
Uh-huh.
Why would she have the car? I guess. I don't know. Would you have the car of the?
No.
Hell no. The
No,
accident that where your husband died or whatever? Hell no.
No. Usually they tow it.
Huh?
Usually they tow it.
Yeah, they tow it in, scrapyard or whatever.
What are you not telling us? And where's Charlie, huh?
This kid's smart. He's sharp.
Oh,
Oh, she went back to her whole spot.
no. It's closer.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, there you go.
See, but this is the part I didn't understand about the movie. He came up with reasonable things, and
Yeah.
she kept fighting him.
They don't explain it at the end? But yeah, it's like she isn't trying to find a solution.
I am not playing with you. Fine.
madre, I'll fucking run and fuck out of there.
She ain't playing either. Hey, Grace Jones. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like how she looks. She looks normal. I would have made her look way, maybe not grotesque, but something off about her. Oh, I like that. That was good. That was good. Like the actual little shine, you didn't see a hand, but the shadow did it.
Bitch.
Damn.
You know that's true.
What's true?
The siblings listen to their older brothers. These
Oh,
fools.
hell yeah, absolutely. It's admiration. You don't want to disappoint them. So, okay, I'll do it.
Please.
Mom, I need to know.
Oh, she's listening? I wonder where are they?
Right.
What state?
You're fulfilled in the way.
So they basically moved to the farmhouse because she wasn't happy in the city.
Yeah.
And now that they're there, she's still not happy. She's complaining about it.
She's still not happy. The mirror has two
Faces.
Huh?
The mirror has two faces.
Oh.
You're not happy.
She killed him. She murdered him. Oh, as a lady, huh?
So, yes, I was driving the car that night.
But what? It's not her fault. She did the light?
Yeah, it could be a shadow.
Yeah. But wouldn't... If there's no light, that means the whole room is a shadow.
No.
That flashlight's been in for a mighty long time. There you go.
Annie.
What happened to her face?
I don't know, but that's what she saw in the car, remember?
Yeah.
Annie.
Oh, that's supposed to be her? The mom? No way, she took the little girl. The fuck? For real? You right there, the music and the heartbeat, you don't need it. It's already creepy enough. That's why Hereditary, I like it because they don't use a lot of they don't use a lot of sound. Oh, she's in the video. Oh, you got a tattoo? Oh, but it's flipped, so it's a mirror. The tattoo's backwards. Actually, that's when she knew it was a fake. Oh crap! That'd be creepy to see that in real life. Everything's flipped. She's at the funeral. I don't know. What?
Today's the day, Ramona.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Annie.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's me.
What?
You okay?
Yeah.
So
We're okay.
okay. When the ghost thing grabbed her and took her away, I thought at that point she had stabbed her own daughter.
Only if you set them free.
Oh, she's showing them older?
His son becomes a doctor.
That's cool. I like that. She's the Reaper, huh? Just like in Macario, the Reaper's a Mexican guy. So right here, she's black. I would have made her completely bald.
I want you to.
So she could really look more like the Reaper.
Taylor, take your.
Where's she taking him?
Yeah, she's telling him to leave.
Oh, I understand. We can all just leave together. Okay? All of us.
Whoever wrote this probably had somebody commit suicide in their life. Huh?
Or they're dealing with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Told you it was scarier than horror.
Scarier than horror. That's what horror means. It's a scary movie.
No. Horror is usually fake.
Taylor? Annie?
No, she didn't do it.
Mm-mm.
Mama.
Your sister-in-law said she should have killed herself. She didn't like the ending.
Uh-huh. You see what they asked her? She goes, the lady leaves? She goes, yes. And he goes, but she'll be back. But when she comes back, we'll be ready.
It would have been actually better if she would have killed herself.
What? The hell's the matter with you?
Like real life story, like real life stuff.
No. This is real life stuff.
No.
Because what she's saying is that it wasn't the lady wasn't the Reaper. The lady is her demons.
Oh yeah.
It's the mental health issue she's dealing with that wants her to do that. That makes her that's telling her that that's the better option, and she decided to fight against it.
Yeah.
That's what she told the kids. He goes, did she leave? He goes, yes, but she'll be back. But when she comes back, we'll be ready, because she's continuously fighting those demons.
Yeah.
Or those suicidal tendencies. That's why all her pictures were dark. All her paintings.
Oh. So she felt guilty because she was driving when her husband died.
Baby, she was depressed. This is depression. That's why she wasn't happy with the move and everything her husband was doing.
I know, but why did she lie to the kid about her driving?
Because she didn't want them to think it was that she did on purpose.
Yeah.
That's why when the little girl told her, Mama, you're gonna draw or paint again. She says, when Mommy has a beautiful picture in her mind, she's like, I'll do it. So this is about depression and mental health.
Who wrote this? Written by Sam Stefanak. I don't sound black.
Why, was it good or not good?
Could have been better.
Oh God, no.
It wasn't bad. It's not bad. I liked it as short. It's an hour and a half. But it could
have been better as far as what? First of all, you thought it was an actual horror movie, and it wasn't a horror movie.
It has horror elements, but no, it's not a horror movie, but it has horror elements.
No, I think it was very effective as far as how scary it is. This is what I'm saying. This is a lot. To me, my personal opinion, it's a lot scarier than a horror movie, because this is actual real life. There's people that actually go through this.
They call it elevated horror, or it gets into your head, as opposed to like just scaring you and stuff. I don't like why. I wouldn't have gave her demon. I wouldn't have given it a face. I would have made it look like nothing. Like her face, she wouldn't even have a face.
But it was her.
Well, you know what? Or make it look like her. Or make it her.
Why do you think when she pulled it off, she goes, how did I get here?
Huh? When she pulled it off, what?
When she pulls off the veil and she's pulling the veil, she's asking herself.
I'm talking about throughout the whole thing. It should have resembled her or something like that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's her demons. She said, he goes, I'm what's in the corner of your minds. He goes, I'm the scary parts.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that. But why did they explain why her car wouldn't start? Because supposedly she knew.
Maybe she was in depression because her husband died. She's already dealing with this mental health issue.
I know, but
regardless of what it is.
The little boy said you knew the car doesn't work. What does that mean?
How come you didn't tell us the car didn't work?
Huh?
Because he wanted to get out.
But why would she know that it didn't work? Why even try to turn it on when she knew it worked?
She didn't know. It's why she tried.
No, he said you knew it didn't work.
Why didn't you tell us? Because she didn't want to scare them.
Into thinking what?
Because she didn't want that the lady was somebody that might hurt them or something. That she didn't want to tell them that the car didn't work so they can leave.
Why did she even try to turn it on to charge her phone?
Because she was trying to call the cops.
Because what?
She was trying to call the cops. But the car didn't start. So she says, you know what? We're just going to stay here. Not to worry you. Like, oh, you know what? Nothing's wrong. Everything's cool. She's just going to stay out there. Like, don't trip. Like, everything's good. But by telling them, oh my God, the car doesn't start. We don't have anywhere to go. That's going to frighten the kids.
Yeah. Okay, that's what you're saying. So she didn't tell them that. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't really like over stylized movies, especially horror.
This is not a horror movie.
Maybe it's a horror movie. It's just a different subgenre of horror. But horror has horror elements. it's supposed to scare you, but but at the end it's like something very realistic.
Which is scary.
But they make you think that it's an actual ghost or whatever. But I told you I would have made it in Jamaica, rural Jamaica, maybe in the 70s
Why?
or something. Huh?
Why?
Because I'm telling you, they're more spiritual than.
But
Black.
this is not a horror movie.
But the mother, it is a horror movie.
It's not. It's talking about mental health.
But it tricks you to thinking that she's a ghost or whatever.
Or she's like
the
she's a demon. Don't.
And she is.
Okay? So
Demons are horror elements.
Isn't a mental health? Isn't when people speak of mental health? I'm fighting my demons. So she's fighting her demon. That's why it didn't look like her, because it's not her, but it's her demon that she's
that's
fighting.
what I'm saying. Like I would have made it to where it doesn't have a face at all. They humanize a demon. You can't humanize a demon.
But that's the whole point. Mental health is your thoughts.
It's your own thoughts. Your own thoughts don't have a face. It's your own thoughts are faceless. I would have made her. I would have made her face completely blank.
But making her humanize or into an evil element is a way to help the audience understand.
Like who was that lady? Why did she look like that? Was it an auntie, a grandma?
It was nobody. It's her.
That's what I'm saying. If it's nobody, she
because the demon was her. But in order to differentiate the actual actress, the main actress, and the demon, they had to make them look different for the audience, for the viewer.
No, I'm telling you.
Because in reality, it was her the whole time.
Oh, come on! I'm telling you, if the demon didn't have a face at all, I would have made it just.
But it's her. The demon is her. The demon is inside her. This is what mental health is. But they just differentiated them in order for the viewer to understand it's two separate things. But in reality, they showed you over and over in the movie that it was her.
If that's the case, make her look grotesque. Make her look like really messed up.
Why? It's her.
It's not her.
It is her. It was her.
If it was her,
it was her. It was her thoughts. It was her illness.
If it was her, then she shouldn't have had a face. If it was her.
That doesn't make any sense.
If you put a face on her, that person who that person representing,
this is why
should have meant something.
Why would
it should have meant something?
Why would it mean something?
I would have put it to where maybe that's her mom. That's
why would it be her mom though? Her mom isn't her demons. It's her thoughts. That's her thoughts. It's it's her mental health issue.
Or someone that
her lack of happiness. Like that's why her husband was like, "Okay, something's wrong. What's up?" She was like, "Well, I'm not happy. I have to give and give and give and give, and I'm just not." He was like, "Okay, well, we can't move this again."
So he was trying to really work with her.
Yes, he was.
Issues or whatever.
That part of the movie is probably fake, but anyways.
Yeah, but
no, I think you're trying to make it into a horror movie. This is not a horror movie.
No, I'm not.
The whole point
I'm not trying to make it into a horror movie.
The demon is her, because they show you several times in the movie that they switch places and she turns into the woman in the yard.
No, I know. Yeah, it goes.
So it's her. It's her fighting herself. It's her fighting her thoughts. It's her fighting her feeling of overwhelmedness and unsatisfaction. Whatever it is that she's feeling, that she can't find that happiness. But she understands she still needs to be there for her kids. So at the end, it seems that the love for her children was a little bit greater than her.
Yeah, that's what I like that part.
Than her demons.
I would have just made it different. I would have made it a little different. I would have kept the premise. I would have kept that. Even the end, well, it would have been messed up if she actually killed herself.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck?
But it would have been way more realistic, though. Way more realistic.
No, it wouldn't. I don't think suicide is that common. I think there's a lot more people that deal with it on a daily.
And then don't go through with it?
Then don't go through with it.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I guess, yeah. That would have been too messed up of an ending, but I really like the premise, though. It is good, though. It is good, but I don't like the execution of it.
And I liked it because it was the way they depicted the illness, because it's an illness. Whatever, I don't know how many mental health issues, because I know this. For me, this is obviously pointing toward depression. She was depressed.
Wait. Yeah, but you're right. She was. But she was depressed even before her husband died.
Yeah. But this was way before.
So she had a mental
this is a mental health issue way before. So So to me, this particular movie touched on depression. I don't know how many other mental health issues lead to suicidal tendencies other than depression. So I don't know if there's more like schizophrenia and all that stuff. I don't know. But what I like is the fact that, at least in this particular instance, she knew it was going to happen again. So this was basically like a really like let's say it was bipolar disorder or something like that.
Yeah, bipolar.
It was like a really bad manic episode where she just fucking dipped.
The whole thing.
Yeah, like let's say it was that. But she knows it's going to happen again, and understanding that she was going to face it again, and she was going to work with it.
But they don't even explain what the kids were seeing. If it was her hallucinating, it was her demon.
It was her doing all of that. It wasn't.
But they didn't show that. They didn't show exactly.
No, that's why they showed the demon. But it was really her. That's why in the end, didn't you see the shadow go into her? Or she had the gun?
But I'm saying throughout that whole ordeal, what were the kids looking at out the window?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. They have a few gaps in there.
But ultimately, it was her.
Oh, no, that's why I like that part. But I would have made the movie different. I would have. A little, kind of the same, but a little different.
Hey, but my whole question was,
I know,
did you like it? Was it a good movie?
I like it. No, I always ask, is it rewatchable?
Yes, because this is my second time I watched it.
What?
Yes, because this is the second time I watched it.
I'm asking myself, is it rewatchable?
The answer is yes.
Yeah, I could watch it again. It's because it's short. I like it. You, of course, you wouldn't mind watching it like in a year or two. You wouldn't mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend?
I like it. The reason why I like it had nothing to do with how they did it, but how the view or the
I get technical.
Or the lens. I don't even know.
I get technical. Yeah.
I'm not going to go into all of that.
You're not a
nonsense.
movie nerd. I am.
No. I just like the movie with how it grasped, for me, how it grasped my attention. To me, this is why I told you. For me, this is scarier than horror because this is real life. Yeah. This is what people deal with. This is what a lot of people deal with day in and day out. Unfortunately, in some very unfortunate instances, people go through with it.
I do really like that part of the.
In other instances, it's very unfortunate that people would deal with it day in and day out, and it's hard for them, and it's fucking scary, and it scares their fucking family.
Yeah,
and it sucks.
That's why. Recently, some guy, an actor, you recognize him. I seen him too in some of his work. He committed suicide at 54. When you commit suicide at 54, you're fighting it for a long time. Mm-hmm. It ain't just like, oh, all of a sudden I'm middle aged and I want to kill myself. No.
And this is why when my sister-in-law said, "Well, I don't like the ending," I was like, "Can you imagine?"
I kind of agree with her, but. No, it would have been too messed up if she went through with it.
But that's what I'm saying. You would rather have somebody. I can't even begin to understand what somebody in that situation feels like.
Well, see, the reason,
where they feel that's the better option.
The reason why they do that, from my gathering, from what I understand, is that they want to release from that feeling.
Yeah. They want to.
And they want
to be free.
Yeah, they want to be free from that feeling. The only way they see it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's like that.
That's what I'm saying. I can't even begin to understand how somebody can even think that that's the better option. But what this is a broad. This is like a little speck of a broad spectrum where.
I really like the premise. I really, really do.
Where it leads to. It's what I told you. It's when, what makes a kid take a gun to school and shoot. It's a continuous. Something that's happening that we're not taking care of. Yeah, the gun is an issue, but why are we forgetting something triggered this person to do this?
Well, if you want to take it there, because that's a deep ass question, but how come it doesn't happen that often in other countries?
It is happening now.
In other countries?
Mm-hmm. I just saw an article about it happening in Serbia.
What?
Serbia or something like that.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
A kid?
A kid. He took it to the school.
Crap.
And what happened? They saw surveillance videos of him getting bullied or mocked or whatever. And this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the gun isn't the problem. I'm saying that's the least of the problem. It's these mental health issues. Something's happening that we're not looking at and we're not taking care of. and it's leading to these people doing certain things like this. Yeah, there needs to be more regulation. Yes, there needs to be more control over certain things, but people are going to find a way. So that's not the only problem. The bigger problem, the bigger issue is, how are we dealing with kids bullying, and how are we dealing with kids being bullied? Those are mental health, especially in a tough age as teenagers, as preteens, because they end up being adults that lead into these type of situations where everything is overwhelming for them. Their emotional state is very unstable. And everything seems impossible for them to do. And like I said, I don't know I can't understand that feeling.
I think it has to be social media. That has to be that's the only differential.
But these things were happening before even social media.
No, but no. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
It's just more.
Because I always say, bring back bullying, right? Because bullying actually motivates you to do something big with your life because of all that you went through.
But some people are not capable of doing that.
But why were more kids capable of doing it back in the day than they are now? What is the difference? Social media. That's the only difference. The internet. I can promise you right now, Bill Gates, he is who he is because he was bullied. A bunch of Michael B. Jordan. Remember he said in an interview that you won't make fun of me, to telling the interview girl, and she was playing it off, but she did. She did call him like whatever. What was the thing she called him? No, a geek or a nerd or something.
Oh really?
Yeah, and he was like, hey, I know you. You used to make fun of me, right? You didn't see that video?
No.
Oh man, I'm gonna show it to you right now. Oh, people love that video. Like I know you. You used to make fun of me, right? Because I wanted to be in theater and acting and all that. And she's like, no, that wasn't me. No, that was you. That was you.
Oh wow.
And he said, well, but I like the way he killed it. Like now you're interviewing me. I'm like, hello, like damn, that's like the mic drop right there. But I'm telling you, when you get bullied back in the day, now because of the internet, it ain't what it is.
And this is what this movie is touching on. On the group of people that for whatever reason they're upbringing.
What the hell are you going on with that alcohol, huh? Killer.
Their upbringing, whatever, understand what I'm saying. That, whether it was bullying in school, whether it was whatever, there's a lot of people that don't have the mental capacity, the emotional capacity to deal with that.
Well, let me play devil's advocate. Back in the day, we as Latinos and black people in America, or probably black people all over the world, who knows, we used to make fun of you if you committed suicide. It used to be a white thing.
I don't know.
I remember growing up like that. Like, you don't commit suicide. We keep it pushing. Like, man, that's white people. And yeah, we used to always say that.
Where I grew up, I don't remember doing anything like that.
Like depression and all that. Nah, we don't do that. And it's wrong because if somebody has it and they ignore it because cultural or whatever reason. But we used to always say that. I remember that. I remember growing up in the 80s,
yeah,
90s.
It seems like you're weak.
Yes, and then to me,
like for example,
it's an embarrassment. Like, he committed suicide.
Like for example, when I first watched the movie, I really hated the mom. She's leaving. Yeah. She seems selfish. She's leaving all the fucking work to her son when their kids are also supposed to be mourning for their dad.
I like how they showed that too. That they were taking care of themselves. I like that. That's real. Very realistic.
And she didn't give a shit. I was like, that's not a parent. But I have to, at some point, find a little empathy and go, well, what if I was a parent with depression? You know what I mean? Well, what if I consider myself like a strong parent because I would never put my kids through something like that.
Of course.
But not everybody thinks that way. Like for me, I would deal with my mourning probably on the side. You know, like for example, how can I put it? Okay, well, the situation
on the side,
like I would wait for me time to mourn.
Oh.
But during the day or during regular Joe Schmo stuff, I would make sure my kids are good.
That's what it is, right? You're pushing it to the side.
I would see, yeah, because I have a bigger purpose and I have to be a mom first.
Yeah.
And that's what pushes you. For me personally, in my personal life, what keeps me pushing is being a mom. I don't, for example, for me, I saw her as selfish. This is my personal opinion when I originally saw the movie. I saw her as selfish. I saw her as ungrateful for the wonderful husband she had, because it's very rare that you would see a husband or a partner go out of their way like that.
The way he's talking about what he did for her.
Yeah, you as a man are saying it's not even normal, and I was like, fuck, man. Like, personally, I've never experienced anything like that.
You're coming from a lens with a normal lens,
but
then she's the problem.
But she had a problem, legitimately. So that's why you have to think like, take a step back and look at it from a bigger perspective and go, well, she actually has a mental health issue.
That's what, I've seen this a million times. Like, put adults to the side. I've seen kids grow up in the suburbs, got both parents, money, you name it, and they go in, they go to the hood and join a gang, and they kill somebody and whatever. That's a mental health issue too. Because and
for me, that's why I was like, if this scenario would have been true, would have been like, you're not appreciating, you're not grateful, because you're always looking for the next thing. You're not appreciating. This is why I'm very big on being grateful for what I already have while working for what I want. I want to have certain things. I have ambition, but I can't forget that I have to be grateful for the position that I am at currently, because then I will never be grateful for what I'm going to get in the future.
Yeah.
And to me, that originally I saw her as like, I hate her. Like, why is she putting all this pressure on the kids? Because I would see it as, you're the adult. When you saw in the beginning of the movie, she was in bed, upset and like down and whatever, watching her video, and the son came in and she wasn't even hearing him.
Yeah.
To take your time out like that while your kids need you in a situation where they lost the other parent, I can't understand that.
You're coming from, it's coming from your lens, man. It's coming from your brain, but there's people who handle things differently.
Because I'm telling you that I really saw her like all about me. Like, I'm not happy. And he's like, we literally moved because you weren't happy in the city. We can't make this again.
AKA my thing. Someone like that, I'm pretty sure she was born like that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Should never have kids.
Yeah, but you don't know any of that when you're doing anything like that.
You know yourself. You know you're depressed. You know you're all up. You know. People know.
But what I'm trying to get is that as somebody who doesn't understand that type of mentality or that illness, or maybe I have it or maybe I don't have it, I don't know. I feel I wouldn't, because I wouldn't put my children through. I would make sure my kids are good first before taking care of myself. I would make sure that my kids, if I was in that particular situation and I lost my husband and my kids lost their father, I would make sure that, are you okay? How are you dealing with this? How are you coping? What's going on? Talk to me. And whatever I would feel, I would wait to try to deal with it. I would make sure they were okay.
Oh, yeah. I feel you on that. If coming from somebody's brain who has severe issues like that,
it's different.
I can't say snap out of it and just...
And that's what I'm saying.
I can't say that.
I am very grateful that at least after I saw the movie and I understood, like towards the middle of the movie,
would you recommend drugs for her?
No. Oh, like
for issues?
I don't know, because I don't know if they're better.
That's what I'm thinking. I swear to God, I was thinking that like that it could make it worse.
I don't know. I know somebody who was offered that and never took it, and I know she's pretty whacked out, but I don't know if it would have been worse if she would have taken it.
Whacked out with the
without it.
Without
like
it,
her nerves are like all shot.
Without it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's better with it, or he, or whatever.
No, that never took them. That she was prescribed Prozac and all of that, and never took them.
I've seen some cases where it makes you better, and when they get off those meds, yikes.
And that's what's scary, because you become dependent on it.
Yeah, that's the hard part. But without them,
at the end of the day, I think what the movie is we can't. It's a different world. Everybody's mind is a different world.
Okay, well, give me this. Very depressed and all that, right? If she had an addiction, let's say alcohol or weed or whatever,
she would be 100% worse.
Well, let's say she wasn't. Well, let's say she was a functioning alcoholic, and that made her feel better, and she couldn't go through the day without it. But she's functioning though. Would it be better than not?
No.
No. You're tough. You can't do shit.
No, you can't, because as much as you're a functional alcoholic, you need to be, and I'm talking about in this particular situation, you have young children. You're not functional. As much as you claim to be a functional, you can go to work and come back.
I've seen it.
You can't do it.
I've seen functioning alcoholics. I've seen functioning crackheads.
No,
you would never know they were on drugs or alcohol or anything. You would never know it.
Yeah,
I've seen it. I'll stand on this forever. Whatever you do, and if it betters your life, go ahead, man. Because I can't preach. I wish you wouldn't do drugs and alcohol, but if it makes you better, if it betters your life, that's the key thing, though. It has to better your life. If it makes it worse, then please, for the love of God, stop. But I've seen them, baby. I mean, health-wise, you're screwed, but at least, you're not going to take it out on other people and your kids or whatever.
At the end of the day, you would. Because all of this it's artificial. It's you're depending on something to alter your mental or your emotional state.
Yes, you're right. But we're talking about would it be worse or better without it? And
to me, it's worse.
Look at that lady. Look how fucked up she was.
But she didn't think.
If she had a few drinks, maybe she would be like more happier and more. I don't know.
How do you know? How do you know she?
I don't know. I'm just saying maybe.
How do you know if with the alcohol and in the mental state she was in, she didn't actually kill her children?
Okay, yeah, that's different. I don't know.
So it's hard.
I just know that I've seen functioning alcoholics, and I know they got something, like you said, some demons inside them, to where if they don't drink, they something will happen, something bad. You know what, man? That's what I'm saying. We're talking about humanity. It's so hard. It's a case by case basis.
That's what I'm saying. Every person, every mind is a different world.
Every person is different.
So for me, that's why the only solution for because I said initially when I first saw the movie, I thought she was horrible because how she was with her kids. But then once I started getting understanding, and towards the middle of the movie, I was like, oh, this is her. This is her. I started catching on to the premise of the actual movie. I was like, you can't judge somebody because you don't know what she's feeling. And like I said, the only solution that we can have to situations that we don't understand is having empathy.